Huawei P30 Pro has officially been released today. And guess what? I wasn't invited to the party, but you know what? We're still going to talk about this phone in all its entirety. My main focus on this phone is how does it compare to the Huawei Mate 20 Pro? So Huawei P30 Pro versus the Mate 20 Pro. So let's start from the dimensions of the phone. For the Mate 20 Pro, it's a 6.39 inches and P30 Pro is 6.47 inches. Not really that much. It's like no 7 inches difference. I hope I didn't get that wrong. The base storage is 128 gigs and you can expand it with the nano SD card, which is still proprietary to Huawei at the moment. The camera setup is the main difference. We're doing 3 cameras versus 4 camera setup in a way. But we'll get back to the camera towards the end because that's the main features that makes the P30 Pro stand out. The RAM for Mate 20 Pro it starts at 6 gig and for P30 Pro the base is 8 gig. This is kind of the trend now in 2019, so I'm not really surprised. For the security features, I would say Mate 20 Pro wins here because you've got the face unlock, which is using a 3D camera, which makes it more secure. And you've also got the in-screen fingerprint unlock, and you've got your normal Android specific ways like pin and gestures, whatever you want to use. On the P30 Pro, you don't have the 3D front-facing camera, which means even if there's face unlock, it won't be as secure as the Mate 20 Pro. But you have the in-screen fingerprint reader, and you can still use your pin and the pattern to unlock the phone. Right off, both phones support quick charging. They both run on Android 9. They both have dual SIM. They're really looking the same, in my opinion. Yes, the Mate 20 Pro was released in December, and that was around the time I got mine. I think December the 6th. And P30 Pro obviously has just been released, so I would be expecting some hardware updates. They both run the EMUI, and I believe there's a 0.1 version that's coming with the P30 Pro. Please send it to my Mate 20 Pro as well. Like I said earlier, they both use the nano SIM, which is proprietary to Huawei. They both run on 4G, 3G, 2G as you would expect. The speaker setup, the Mate 20 Pro has 2 speakers. One is inside the USB-C, which can be annoying when you're charging your phone. For the P30 Pro, they are using an in-screen speaker, which obviously when you're using the phone call, it makes the noise more direct to you, which means you're not having any leakages on the side. However, it means you've now lost another speaker, and the only speaker now, that can blare out music, is at the bottom, the main speaker. How is that going to compare in volume when it's next to the Mate 20 Pro, which already has some limitations? We'll find out. Mate 20 Pro and P30 Pro, they both don't have headphone jacks. Why? They're still using a USB-C, or you can get a converter USB-C for charging and then to use it for your headphones at the same time, or get a Bluetooth headset. That's kind of the only solution at the moment. They're both using the Kirin 980, which is an amazing chip. I covered that one on my review of the Mate 20 Pro. The graphics is the Mali G76. That's on the Mate 20 Pro and the P30 Pro. I'm getting a tongue twister now. So the processors are the same. There's like literally nothing to compare. So they're both going to be very fast. It's going to be quite quick to kind of browse around the phone. So in terms of the battery, they're both packing the 4200 milliamp hour batteries, which is going to give you a lot of juice out of your phone. One of my previous video, left, right, I don't really know where it's going to be, looks at the battery life test of the Mate 20 Pro, and I was really shocked. Until now, I'm shocked. Yes, it's not as efficient as it was before, but I still got a good full day use out of this phone on heavy usage, with no problem whatsoever. So 4200 milliamp hour battery is a really good addition to this P30 Pro. So as I said earlier, the main differentiator for this mobile phones is the camera. The P20 Pro set the precedent for the quality of cameras and mobile phones, and they got an award for it back in 2018 when P20 Pro was launched. And when Mate 20 Pro was now launched in December, they built on that. Yes, they removed the that black and white sensor camera, but they really pushed the limits of the camera, and for me it was the best phone with the best camera, literally. And if you watch MKBHD's channel, the phone actually did win in terms of camera for 2018 when it was doing the mobile phone awards. So you'll be expecting P30 Pro to go way out of what we can expect, because it's kind of known as phone camera, or phone that you use for camera, or a camera phone, whatever, photography phone. That's the word I was looking for. They have 4 cameras on the P30 Pro compared to the Mate 20 Pro. Yes, they've got some fancy names, but again, you get the super wide angle, which I think is 0.6 times, same as the Mate 20 Pro. You get your normal, medium range length, and now the zoom camera is a lot better. And guess what? You can actually see your grandma from space if you're using the P30 Pro, because you can zoom up to 50 times. Yes, that's some creepy level zooming range. You could literally, see your neighbor from across the road and zoom into the house, basically. It's quite creepy, if you ask me, but there's a need for this. I'm guessing if you're at a sporting event and you've got a rubbish seating, then you'll be able to still capture what's actually happening on the field, on the court. But not everyone watches sports. Yes, it's got that creep level alert to the camera, but for me, this is kind of like one of the main upgrades to the Mate 20 Pro. And you've also got the time of flight sensor, which is going to be able to help you with depth and just being able to differentiate the subject from the background, or being able to map where things are. That's kind of the major upgrade camera wise. I feel like Huawei has just innovated so much that they've cornered themselves, and where else can they go from here? There was a video I was meant to release and I just haven't had the time to edit it. It was meant to be talking about the patent that they filed for a smaller back screen on the back of the mobile phones. I'm kind of looking forward to the implementation of that moving forward. But here you have it, guys, the P30 Pro. What is the good news? This means that the Mate 20 Pro is going to be cheaper. It means the P20 Pro is going to be cheaper. Which one should you get? It's really up to you. If you're someone that gets bored of your mobile phones so easily, or you always like to upgrade, go for the P30 Pro. It's got some things better than the Mate 20 Pro, and it looks funkier as well compared to the Mate 20 Pro. Myself, I wish I didn't have the Mate 20 Pro, because if I didn't, then now I could buy it a lot cheaper thanks to the P30 Pro being released. And if you're not really into new phones, then get the Mate 20 Pro if you want to be in the Huawei's kind of family of things, or get the P20 Pro. You won't really go wrong, to be honest. But anyways, that's it for the P30 Pro versus the Mate 20 Pro. I'm getting lost with all this pros and cons and whatnot. Anyways, I'm Samuel from 10 Things I Like. If you like this video, thumbs up. If you don't like it, bash the thumbs up button just to let me know how angry you are. Please subscribe and turn on the bell for notifications. As I'm growing, I would love to grow with you. Thank you and peace.